staying on task. How do I ensure the students do the work? The teachers that can ensure that students do most of the work have a good degree of psychological competence in regards to how a child's brain works, in regards to students' attention spans, in regards to what they can process, right? Now, there's a plethora of ways to increase the amount of work, the percentage of students that do the work, the percentage of work that the students do throughout the lesson. But one of the ways that I feel is the most effective is via some positive reinforcement, right? Now, that can't always be tangible. Sometimes it's non-tangible, all right? But I'm trying to think, what used to motivate me when I was a child, when I was younger? And I think back, and I've literally stumbled across some certificates from at least 15 years ago of when I've received like 100% for spelling. What do babies cry for, and what do men die for? Recognition. And so the way that I ensure that students get recognized is by drawing a table, all right? And this is what the table looks like. Okay? Bish, bash, no bosh, all right? But this could be starter activity. Sheet one. Obviously, your cover work is always gonna vary, okay? However, this could be a basic fundamental template, right? Something like this. And I don't tell them to make me write their names on the board. I let them write their names on the board. I give them the pen. I give them the ownership. And sometimes letting a child feel like an adult can be the best way for them to behave like a child. They're gonna put their names down, and this for me has always guaranteed results. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a quick heads up. When you do this, the noise level might increase, right? It's a bit exciting. They come to the board, they use the teacher's pen, right? They're writing their names on the board for positive stuff. And depending on your style of teaching, that might be an issue, depending on how the school likes to operate. It could be an issue, but for me, I certainly prefer a minimal rise in noise level versus non-related to work disruption, right? Another thing that you're gonna keep a heads up for is some of them are gonna come, they're gonna do bubble writing, they're excited, they're gonna write their whole name, but obviously you can regulate that, okay? Sometimes students might not even fully do the work, they just wanna pop their name up on the board, recognition, so you're gonna wanna check the work, all right? But one thing this is certainly gonna do is it's gonna murder. It's gonna murder monotony, right? Which means that students are gonna be able to take on more of the work that they've learned. There's studies, right? There's a page called Edutopia, right? And it goes through studies on how they incorporate movement into learning. It gives a pause, it gives a break. And younger people tend to have a low attention span. So I find that this just works an absolute treat, right? So if you want students to stay on task, guarantee more work is done in your cover lessons. Well, it's worked for me. Best way to get silence in a classroom